Hello everyone, you will experience the Choosing Beggars stories firsthand. Beware of cringe. My grandma gives kindness and gets back a slap in the face. My grandma is a saint in my mind. She's amazing and very kind. She volunteers as a helper for the rural thrift store in town. The lady that owns it is a younger lady with kids, so sometimes when she has to run out, my grandma or the other auxiliary women step in as a manager for an hour or so. One day this happens and it's just my grandma at the store when a family comes in. They go about picking out clothing and they have some kids, so the kids pick out some stuff. All in all, clothing and toys came to about $113. Which means it was a huge pile of stuff from a thrift store that doesn't sell anything for over $3. So grandma rings them up and suddenly they can't pay. The mum goes on about a story of her husband losing his job, etc. My grandma feels really bad for them and they have kids, so she decided to let them have everything for free. Especially since they had stuff like jackets and hats and it was winter. They thanked her and left. My granada told the owner and said she could pay, but the owner said it was fine. She even quoted robots, see a need, fill a need. So about a week goes by and my grandma is back for her Tuesday volunteering, only this time the owner is there. The family comes back. Only this time it's the woman, her husband, her kids, the woman's elderly parents, her sister and her 5 children. They go throughout the store and pick out a pile, this time worth about $230. When they got to the counter and the regular owner was there, they said, "Oh, we want to talk to the owner. She knows us. We have special deals." The owner told them she was the owner and they got nervous and said no, the elderly woman with black hair. The woman repeats again that she's the owner and how do they want to pay. The mom gets a peek in the back where grandma was listening and says, "Hey you. You said we get our stuff here for free." My sweet little grandma, who is just so rural and doesn't experience people acting like this often, was so shook. She said she almost cried because she has never been told an outright lie about herself to her face like that. So the real owner put them quickly in their place and also reprimanded them for being terrible people and taking advantage of people's kindness. I guess they left screaming about how they are hurting the children and how they'll tell their kids when they don't have any clothes whose fault it is. Free hamper not good enough. This happened about 5 years ago. Just before Christmas I won a huge hamper with wine, chocolates, gourmet food, all sorts of Christmas treats. I was headed interstate the next day for a month away. One of my friends on social media had been complaining about having a lean year, so decided to give hamper to her. Now, I'm not well off at all. I'm a single mum with child who has disability, so a lot of my money goes into his therapies, but at this time, I had been doing some work delivering phone books, so had some extra cash. So I decided to add $50 worth of different gift cards and a bottle of this lady's favorite spirit to the hamper. Drove it over to her place and she took it without so much as a thank you and shut her front door.
Driving home and my phone started going off. Messages coming through and ringing, so I pull over and pick up, and it's the lady who I just dropped the hamper off to. She starts screaming that it's not good enough and how dare I wreck her Christmas with such a crap present. I was completely gobsmacked. Hung up on her, blocked her number and then blocked her on social media as soon as I got home.
Ice cream kid. Okay, so first a bit backstory. This is a story from my mum, but it's still a fun story to share. This might be on our entitled parents to, but I'm sharing it here because it fits the most. BTW, I'm just a Dutch kid just starting high school, so sorry for my English. And with things like I, me, I'm, etc. I just mean my mom, since it's here story. Enjoy. Me equals me, Da. K equals kid, KM equals kid's mom, CO equals co-worker, MB equals my boss. The pool was an outside pool, BTW. So I worked at this pool only one village away from mine. There was this little shop, where you could get snacks, ice cream and drinks, just what you want at a pool. I also shifted and stood with a special ice cream cart with scoop ice cream at the field people were laying on, mostly group of kids, while the adults sat at tables near the pool. So I'm working and see this kid, 10-11 years old I think, coming to the scoop ice cream cart where I was working. He asked for some ice cream but only handed me €1, European money. For those, I was confused, since on the cart was a whiteboard with writing on it saying €2. So I said sorry, that won't be enough. I guess he just took the wrong cash out, since the €1 and €2 coin look very similar. Oh boy, was I wrong. K, can I get it for €1 though? Me, sorry, I can't do that. €2, please. K, oh come on lady, you can miss €1 do you? Come on. Meanwhile I see a couple boys snick hiring. I thought it were his friends, so maybe they said he had to, or he thought he would be cool doing it. You never know with 10-12-year-olds. I repeated that I couldn't do that, and it wasn't me to decide. Then he started bragging about his dad being the owner of this place so he could get a discount. Was he mad? So I explained to him that was a lie, since the owner was a lady with only daughters. Me, you're not going to scam me. It's going to be €2 or nothing. The kid then got back to his friends and they were laughing at him. I know that €1 doesn't make much of a problem, but it wasn't me to decide. I could give everyone a discount at that point. So I switch after an hour places with my CW, and I stand at the shop for a while. What can make me rest in a chair under a roof? Only a little while after, I see CW waving her hands, that I need to come. She was standing around the corner of the bushes. I was sitting with someone else in the shop too. It wasn't busy, so I got over there. And who does she have trouble with? The boy. There. Fricking boy. My CW had been talking to that boy for 10 full minutes over one single euro. But the boy wasn't giving up. I told the boy that he could get another ice cream that was €1, but it wasn't scoop ice cream. K, but I want scoop ice. Me, sorry, but I told you at least 10 times now that it's €2. Don't bother my co-workers. Then the kid starts yelling. That's where KM comes in. KM, what did you do to my son? CW, miss, your son has been. KM, don't tell what my son does, tell what you did. I see CW getting nervous. Me, we were telling your son that he can't get scoop ice for €1. He says B. KM, I said what you did. At that point my manager comes out, from the lifeguard tower. We were next to it under its roof. Miss, you need to back up. If you're not letting them explain them, leave. K still crying, friends are going to swim because the drama he's making. K, they won't give me scoop ice cream. KM, you will get your ice cream, honey. KM, you letted him cry. Give him ice cream now, and free. Me, why for free? KM, because you made him cry, of course. Me, we aren't doing that because he wanted to scam us. KM, what? I was watching all time. You are just selfish. Ma'am, you are going to have to leave. KM, you my 9 wage brick, I am going to cause personally that you lose your job. Where is your manager? Surprised. Ma'am, I am the manager. Leave now. With the most evil glare at me, CW, and she leaves with her son. Then I go seek up the boys, if they were with them. We will call them B15. B1. Kind of, we were playing with him but we aren't driving with them. Me, why is that, and have you got other parents around? B2. His mom said the car was new so we can't go in it. And my parents live nearby so they pick us up to bring my friends home. I thanked them, surprised that they were so calm about everything. 10 minutes later, back at the shop. I see fricking police officers coming off the entrance with of course, K and MK. MK points at me and yells her. And another girl. I was surprised that a middle-aged woman, getting police over €1. We talked to the police, and he giggled. He said that the woman said that we were abusing her son. We all laughed. Then the group boys came up. They told the same story as us, and their woman was asked to go to the police station for false report, scamming, and wasting workers their time. Thank you for watching. Support the channel by hitting that subscribe button.